Hello, everybody, and welcome to the top 5 new comics for March 22nd and 23rd of 2022. I'm, as always, Chris, and getting up every video, we got to do it. Remember, everybody, to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment down below. It is very much appreciated. Enough of that. Now that spring is almost here, let's talk about some comics. Starting with Batman. One Dark Knight, number 2. This is written and drawn by Jock. Batman, One Dark Knight. So the first issue, we got Batman trying to move a prisoner from Arkham to Blackgate. That prisoner's name is EMP. And as you can tell by his name, he sets off an EMP and takes out all the electricity in Gotham. So it adds a really cool dynamic. First, a cool way for Jock to do some amazing art and some great panels with lighting and all of that. But it's also kind of a cool story method too. So we've got Batman trying to move this villain across Gotham. In this version of Gotham, I don't know if this is canon or not, because I don't really map out Gotham, to be honest with everybody. But we get a map of Gotham, and Arkham's way up the top, and Blackgate's way at the bottom. So he's going to go all the way across town. And it creates this dynamic where he has to go and carry EMP and help him get to their destination. Meanwhile, because all the lights are out, all the electricity's out, crime starts, riot starts, all these things start happening. So it's this cool little moment that we're working with here. Really enjoyed that first issue, and I'm looking forward to the second one. The Batman books at Black Label recently have been killer, and I hope you all are checking them out. After that, sticking with Black Label, I've got Rogues, number 1. This is written by Joshua Williamson with art by Art-Massimiliano Leomacs. Rogues. So what is this about, everybody? Oh, well, it's about the Flash's rogues. All the rogues, so we're in the future a little bit, all the rogues have grown old, so is Flash, and they all get together and decide to go for one last big heist. It's a cool, it's not the newest story in the world. The one last heist is a trope within that genre, but I really like the idea. I'm not a big Flash fan, but I do love his rogues, especially the rogues of Captain Cold and crew. So when they're around, I tend to jump towards Flash books and see what's going on. So this being kind of centered around those characters is really cool. Done by a longtime Flash writer, Joshua Williamson. I'm just really, really looking forward to this book. It's got everything for me. It's got the rogues. It's got crime thriller, the one last dance, all that stuff. So. And it's a Black Label book, so out of continuity, its own story, probably going to be a big prestige-sized issue, which means the art's going to look phenomenal. Really looking forward to this one. This is probably my pick of the week. After that, I got Venomlethal Protector, number 1. This is written by David Michelinie with art by Ivan Fiorelli. So we've got one of the original creators of Venom coming back to the character. And we're going back to kind of the 90s version of Venom in this. So it takes place in the past, where Venom is still kind of this weird anti-hero / villain character. It's a version of Venom I remember from my childhood. It's the original creator coming to the book. And my kind of resurgence of Venom as a character after Donnie's run has been through the roof. So now it looks like this is going to be another Venom book that I can look forward to. And don't know, say, if you're a Venom guy, if you're somebody who loves Spider-Man in the 90s, especially the McFarlane stuff and the McFarlane and David stuff, here it is, more of it. It looks cool. I really love that Marvel does these, though. Let's get the original creators of these characters, not even the original creators, but just somebody who's known for that character and let's tell a story back in that time and give those fans something new to play with. We don't have to go back like the new Fantastic Four book. We don't have to bring back the new Fantastic Four. Who says they didn't go on more adventures while all that was going on? Let's do a 5-issue miniseries about that. Same here. Venom back in the day. Let's tell some more adventures about that. So I'm really looking forward to that. After that, we got Animal Castle, number 4. This is written by Xavier Dorison with art by Art-Felix Delep. So in love with this book. Animal Castle has been such a good book. I've gone on and on about it on the show and on my other shows forever. And I just gotta say, you gotta check out Animal Castle. It's a cool story. It's got a good message, and it takes kind of a book that most people, at least in the United States, have read in Animal Farm, and expands upon that in a new and different way. So really, really love this book. Ablaze, cool publisher. So check that book out. And I'm going to end with, you guessed it, Saga, number 57. This is written by Brian K. Vaughan with art by Fiorelli Staples. It's now the 3rd issue back with Saga. Saga, although it's still not hitting the highs of the other 50-plus issues prior to the break, it's still Saga. And still a pretty good Saga. It's still better than almost every book on the market. So I'm just glad to be back in this world, glad to be back with these characters. I really love this book. I hope that, everybody should be checking out Saga. If you've never read Saga, go back and check it out. You've got 56 issues, soon to be 57 issues to read, so that should take you plenty of time. And it's just good. I love where the last issue ended off. It was quite the twist throughout that issue. And we are getting... Last issue felt a little bit more like we were in the swing of what Saga is. Even if it was a little more blunt than Saga used to be, at least as I remember it. It's still in the swing of it, and we got these big cliffhangers that really make you want to keep going. And we're going to deal with some events from past issues now moving forward. Just so good. Everything about Saga is great. Everybody should be reading Saga. Saga all the time. Thank you all so much for watching this week. Remember to check out the show, Fortress Comic News, the podcast we do every week. This week, Tom Payer's on the show. That's right, Ahoy Comics extraordinaire Tom Payer. So make sure to check that out. That interview will also be on YouTube if you prefer to watch your interviews. They'll be there as well. So enjoy. And I appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you all here next week.